right here is the most important area to clean. This can also be the most spot that you don't want to clean. I know it's kind of both things, but our front door here can really give us issues. Now, if we got a front door like this and it's a metal door and everything like that, usually we can hit them. It's not going to hurt it too bad. Too bad. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to hurt it at all. 1 time out of 10, if it gets a lot of sun during the daytime, sometimes wherever that sun is, we'll sit there and make it go look like crap right there. So there's a couple things we can do around our front door. One is we can actually take plastic and plastic this door off. And that's not a bad option. That is actually a pretty decent option. If this is a wood door, a true wood door, wood grain door, don't touch it with anything. Stay away from it. Unless you want to restain a door, hit it. But if it's a door like this, a metal door, you're in a cheaper neighborhood, they don't have the nicer doors, we're not worried about it. Obviously, we can hit it, it's not going to hurt it. But if it's a nice grain door, we're in the higher end neighborhood, don't hit it. You will have issues, guarantee it. And if you want to restain a door, hit it with your soap mix and you will get to restain it. Some other issues we can have is around the locks. And it's not a bad idea to tape off your locks, just so that way we can make sure that water's not getting in those locks. And if we don't tape them off, you might want to make sure that we have some 3-in-1 or something like that we can spray in them tumblers. Because sometimes that sodium hypochlorite will get up in there and get in them tumblers, and then we'll have another issue. So again, I'm going to go ahead. Now, another thing is another reason why we don't really want to hit too many doors is if they have a nice doorknob, or they got usually it's the bronze, it's like a black color. I'll see if I can put a picture of it in here, a doorknob. We don't want to hit those, because what can happen is it will turn it colors and they look like crap. It's like the black stain stuff. So that's another reason. So we can tape these doors off, we cannot. If we have a Ring doorbell, we want to tape them off. Again, a lot of times I try to stay away from the door a lot. I do. But on the other hand, this is the most important area. When that customer walks out this door and they can look up and see dirt, they're going to find dirt somewhere else on your house. That's a guarantee. 100% guaranteed. If they come out here and on the back, they see dirt here, they see dirt there, it's an almost guaranteed callback. 100%. Because once they see dirt there, they're like, there's a little bitty speck right there and a little bitty speck right there. So this is why we want to make sure this is clean. Now, there's 2 ways to clean this. Obviously, we need to spray this way and we need to spray in this way. So a lot of times what I'll do is I will spray in this way, kind of let it drip, and then I'll come back in here and spray out to make sure that I'm getting everything that I need to make sure. So again, we don't want to use a lot of pressure around our door either. One time I had a customer and they didn't shut the door all the way, and I sprayed soap right into that house. And you've seen Jason running like a head chicken with his head cut off trying to get towels to get that back up, and it didn't damage nothing, luckily. So again, we're going to sit here, we're going to spray some soap till we get soap. And again, this door I'm not real worried about because it's an older door, so we're just going to spray it, kind of spray the whole thing, spray up here in the top. Now, I'm going to let this sit here for a second and kind of let that kind of do its thing, and then I'm going to walk up underneath here and I'm going to spray this section right here. I'm going to spray it over here and get back out of here and go turn my soap off and let that rinse and go down. Yeah, turn my soap off and we'll rinse it all off. I'm going to show you another thing about doors and when we're rinsing them. So once my soap gets turned off here, if you have a helper, this is a good way to do it with a helper. Your helper will turn off your soap and on, and that way you'll be able to move faster. Again, now that I'm let that sit, My soap turned off. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna hit that gutter again, make sure, get some soap off. Then now that I'm rinsing, I'm gonna go ahead and spray a lot of this. And I'm probably not gonna use a real heavy thing. I'm gonna spray up in here where I hit before, get that all good and clean. Clean this all down. And I'll show you what I do here. Clean that door, rinse that door good. You see all the funk. Alright, so I'm going to let that sit there and I'm going to probably go ahead and rinse the rest of the house off when I'm doing this. I just did it here because I wanted to show you. And then I'm going to walk up in there because now it's going to be dry, and I'm going to show you what else I'm going to hit when I come up in here. So obviously I'm going to hit this back here to make sure this is all good and clean. Get all the bugs off, everything down. Again, this is what you see that is clean. I'm going to go ahead and rinse this concrete off, and that way when they come out they'll see that that is clean, and that's what they want. So you can see I can just rinse all this concrete off, kind of get the majority of it off. I may even rinse out here a little bit, because when they open up now they can see nice and clean, and that is what we want, is a nice clean area.